Howdy YouTubers, AE7QT Mobile. This is a 2016 Freightliner, and I have the 7100. Now, this bracket, this head, actually, I'm sure quite a few of you have found to be quite difficult to figure out how to mount. I went to Big Rig Radio in Phoenix, Arizona, and he came up with an ingenious idea. Now, I did purchase the ICOM bracket. I think that's the MB1. I don't remember for sure. But this is a Cobra 25 CB radio bracket. Basically, we just drilled a couple of holes that fit some of the holes on the ICOM bracket. Put a little bit of fingernail polish on each one of those screws so they don't come loose. And then the bracket itself, the Cobra 25 bracket, you can see it's not perfect anymore right there. We actually had to notch that out a little bit, and the end of the bracket that normally screws on into the sides of the CB, we bent those over and made the tabs line up just right with the existing bolts on the dashboard. And this bracket, the CB bracket, came with a little rubber deal on the bottom of it, so it worked out good for the mounting. And this thing is pretty solid. Minor vibrations, you'll still see that it can vibrate a little bit, but right now the shtick is in neutral, but when I'm in cruising speed, my arm is like right here for changing the frequencies, touching the screen, like not even out of the way. Changing the air, not that big of a deal, so had to be kind of careful on the mounting because needed to make sure I was able to still access my trailer release and, you know, lockers. But Zonar is my new logs and communication systems with the office there, and it is now currently mounted in the exact same place that this used to be mounted. So this was our creative idea. The cable still runs across the dashboard, up that pillar through the back side and to the CB cubby hole. You can see the control cable right there. That is the Citizens Band radio control or cubby hole, and the 7100 main unit fits in there quite well. There's some extra ground straps, as you can see. One of them coming down to my tuner. Sorry about the glare, trying to be careful about that. And then this piece of coax goes to the driver's side mirror, and this one goes to the passenger side mirror. And then this little itty bitty one is for the VHF, UHF, so I'm able to switch out a couple of antennas on the HF side fairly quickly and easily. Power goes down to the dashboard, which is hiding over there behind that, and pretty good ground. So the two screws that are right there actually have a bracket that goes across there and come down to the sides for helping to hold your CB radio in place. So it was very creative on how I attached all that to the main unit. So this unit is in here pretty solid. I don't have to worry about anything flopping around, moving. This cubby hole does get pretty hot during the summertime, but with this new 7100, the heat dissipation and the forced air fan from the front to the rear is just really able to keep up. And with it facing backwards like this, I'm sure you can see how easy it is to change coax, reach the what, can you see that? The USB plug right there. So if you want to plug into your computer and do FL Digi, any one of your modes, RTTY, PSK, what have you, any of your accessory ports for other modes, you know, your microphone has a plug back here, and and that is your CIV port next to the external speaker port. I have an external speaker mounted up here, and because it's so close to my head, it is very, very easy to keep the volumes down at a fairly low level. The control head itself has the ports in the back. As you can see, the one port right there is for the control of the unit, and then on the other side, you can't quite see. Well, let's see if we can see it. The other side, you can plug in the microphone if it's not quite as convenient for you. There's a Morse code plug in the back, and then a speaker headphone jack back there. Just make sure that on the bottom of your unit right there is the switch for headphones versus external speaker. So if you decide to plug into the main unit there, switch it appropriately so it doesn't blow up your eardrums. Anyways, this seems to be the solution for my Freightliner. I've got a very well used gear keeper for my microphone, so it just holds on nice and peachy. Anyways, sorry about the glare. I was trying to be very careful about that. Hope you enjoyed. I'll do one more quick look over. Radio, tuner, main unit. Don't forget this frequency, folks. 146.520 FM. Give a shout. You see a set of antlers? Move it on to this frequency and say hello to whoever you see. 73 AE7 QT.